Welcome back, boys and girls. Thanks for coming back. My name is Audrey Eero, and today I'm going to be talking about two major sports events that happened in the last couple of days. So let's kick it off with the Game 4 of the NBA Finals in Orlando. The Orlando Magic were able to get on the board in the series with a win in Game 3, so they're down 1-2 to the LA Lakers. The Lakers are 6-0 in the playoffs after a loss, and the Orlando Magic were 7-0, I believe, after that little girl sings the national anthem. So obviously one had to give. So let's see which one it is. At halftime, the score was 37-49 Orlando. Dwight Howard had 14 rebounds in that first half, which is as many as the Lakers had total as a team. So he's doing big things, crashing on the boards. The Lakers were in foul trouble much of that half, which caused some unusual lineups for them and some matchup issues. So that's part of the reason they're down, obviously. They were down by 12 points, but the third quarter became the game changer, as we will see. Third quarter, and the Lakers were able to convert on Magic turnovers, which seemed to be cropping up a lot for the Magic in this series. Tough fadeaway by Turkoglu makes it 46-54 Magic, which at this point we insert a comment from an interview from Kobe, giving Turkoglu some props, calling him crafty, and saying, calling him not the quickest, but always able to use his body to get points and stuff like that. So get his way. So respect from the opposition. Trevor Ariza, who was once 0 for 6. Now hits a 3 to make it a 1-point game, 53-54. He scored 11 points in the first 5.5 minutes in the quarter. Andrew Bynum free throws give LA their first lead since the beginning of the first quarter. It is now 55-54 LA. And towards the end of the third, it gets a little heated. Kobe may be throwing an elbow in Dwight Howard's direction. I don't know if he knew who it was or not, getting a little frustrated maybe. But there's no technical fouls. At this point, the obligatory Kobe sucks chance start from the Orlando crowd. But Bryant puts up a 2. He says he loves to silence a road crowd more than hearing the uproar from a home crowd. So tries his best to silence that the ruckus by putting up a 2 as the quarter comes to a close. It's 67-63 LA. LA scored 30 points in that quarter, monster quarter, while holding Orlando to just 14. Speaking of monster quarters, Trevor Ariza seemed to just take over that quarter and come alive. He had 13 of the Lakers' 30 points. Into the fourth we go, and another foul on a 3-point shooter in this series. I don't know why it just keeps happening, but both teams just keep fouling a 3-point shooter as the shot clock's expiring. All you have to do is good defense, and this time it's Odom on Turkoglu. Mark Jackson remarks that it's the player's lack of discipline to stay down until the shooter leaves the ground. So I don't know. They obviously lack this fundamental discipline, a lot of people, and it's getting them in trouble. So Hito hits 2 of 3. 67-61 Lakers. Brini mentions that Petrus has been perfect from the line as he's attempting a second free throw after a foul, obviously. And, I'm not even I'm actually looking at my pad and taking notes for this show at this point, and all right, I'm like, and he's gonna miss this one, and of course, right on cue, he does. So yeah, commentary's always kind of so a lot of times jinxing the players. So this time works on Petrus making him miss a free throw. But approaching the halfway mark of the fourth, and both Odom and Bynum have 5 fouls, and Gasol gets his 4th. So foul trouble continues to be an issue for the Lakers. Turkoglu later misses 3 of his last 4 free throws, but he does tie the game at 79. A Dwight 3-point play gives the Magic an 82-79 lead at 3 minutes to go. But then under a minute, Orlando's up by 5. The Lakers' defense collapses a little bit and leaves Howard wide open. but Kobe is able to prevent an easy dunk by Howard with a hard foul, but Howard misses both free throws. So the Lakers are able to rebound and get the timeout. Out of the timeout, the ball ends up being in the veteran Derek Fisher's hands, and what does he do? Jameer Nelson gives him too much space, and Fish decides he's going for it, and he hits the big three, which ties the game with 4.6 seconds left. It was the first three for him in the game after missing his first 5 attempts. So good timing on Fisher's part, right? If any time to hit it, it'd be now. So into overtime we go. Start off the overtime. Back-to-back jumpers by Kobe give the Lakers back the lead, 91-90. A loose ball on foul committed on Dwight Howard, who makes one of 2 free throws, again missing one, but he's able to tie the game at 91. Then it's Fisher again. He hits another 3 after a Kobe elbow to Jameer Nelson, plants Nelson right on the ground without the defender. Fish is able to hit the open tray, and that makes it 94-91. Lakers with 31.3 seconds left. A couple of bad offensive sequences for the Magic, where they're not able to get anything on the board. The Lakers pass it ahead to Gasol for the easy dunk, but Petrus comes up from behind with a 2-armed, 2-fist clenched bat to the back of Gasol while he's hanging from the rim. The two of them get into it, and they both get teed up. Petrus gets a flagrant 1, but the next day, after the league reviews it, they decide to assess no further penalties, no fine, no suspension. So lucky for the Magic on that point, but there's really no point of that foul, a silly foul like that. You know, the game's pretty much over with 3.4 seconds left, but it just goes to show that the series is obviously getting a little more intense. So that ends the game pretty much. 99-91 Lakers. They take a commanding 3-1 lead in Orlando. Turkoglu led the way for the Magic with 25 points, and Howard had 16 points, 21 rebounds, and 9 blocks, which is a single game finals record for blocks. Kobe Bryant didn't shoot well, just 11 for 31, but he got his 32 points, 8 assists, and 7 rebounds. Trevor Ariza had 16 points, all in the second half, and Derek Fisher, who's the hero of Game 4, 8 of his 12 points came in the fourth quarter and overtime, including those 2 clutch 3-pointers. LA went on a 12-1 run to end the game, which proved to be a big thing for them, obviously. And free throws are again the name of the game, as Orlando missed 15 free throws. 15 is way too many. And many of them were crucial ones down the stretch, especially by Dwight Howard and Hedo Turkoglu. So turnovers also hurt the Magic, as they had 19 compared to the Lakers' 8. So yeah, they pretty much killed themselves on the free throw line, missing clutch free throws. Usually at 15 missed points not taken because of missed free throws, and turnovers, giving the Lakers too many second chances, giving them, opportunities to pass breaks. And then Rashard Lewis was nowhere to be found. He had only 6 points for being out from 2 of 10 shooting. So no Rashard Lewis. Turnovers, missed free throws killed the Magic. They're in survival mode now. They have to win at home in Orlando, Game 5, or the Lakers will be hoisting up the 15 championship. So Game 5 is in Orlando on Sunday, 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock Central. If Magic need to cut down on turnovers, start hitting from free throw line, Rashard Lewis needs to get into it. Dwight Howard keep doing what he's doing, and hopefully they'll survive. I think they can get the win, but if they don't fix those things, we'll see the Lakers and Kobe with another ring. So that's it for the NBA. Now into the NHL. That's hockey for y'all that don't know.